Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm here again with Uncle Ed. So you're a pretty busy guy, even these days, with you kind of on the downward trajectory of your business stuff and selling your main business and everything. How do you get stuff done? Like, how do you stay productive, and how have you kind of stayed productive? Because most people procrastinate on things. They say, I'll get to that tomorrow, I'll do it next week. How do you stay productive over the years, or how have you stayed productive over the years in your business and also in life?
Well, that's what makes successful people, that hesitation. You look at great basketball players, great athletes, they don't hesitate, they execute. I think maybe I got that from all my years of martial arts. And I don't know, and I'll just talk about that for a second. People used to say I had fast hands. Maybe I did. But what I realized is that I saw an opening quicker than some people. Tom Brady, and I know Tom Brady in martial arts, I was average at best. He could see the field quicker than anybody else. Even the guy he's going to throw it to, he sees it all developing. And with me, I wasn't that I was fast, but I saw the opening that half a second quicker that looked like I was fast. It's about not hesitating. There is a very fine line. It is a very tough subject because there's a fine line between procrastinating and contemplating and executing. You could procrastinate too long, but you can also plan and strategically put the plan together that it executes perfectly, and it might be the word practice. When you see that guy catch the ball with one hand, what a catch. He practices that. He's got guys throwing the ball all the time. He catches with one hand. So, learning how to just do it, as Nike says, even though I'm an anti-Nike, I'm an Adidas guy, is what it's about. Because here's one of my YouTubers. I go, okay, 3 frogs are on a log in the water, and 1 frog's about to jump off. How many frogs are there?
3.
Right. None of them jumped. They're procrastinating. Until one jumps in the water, then one jumps. Until then, there's still frogs still sitting on. So thinking about it is not doing it. And executing, I don't want to use the word not hesitating, but if you're confident in your plan, then you execute quickly. If you're not confident in your plan, then you don't. You have to wait, you have to contemplate. But it's also fear. Fear is the number one killer of everybody. And I'll give you an example. I was listening to Teddy Atlas just the other day about boxing. He shows you the move. You go like this. Okay, you do it 100 times. But throw a punch at the guy and it's like, that's not what we talked to you. We talked about turning it dead. So we shoulder. You throw a punch at someone, it goes out the window. So you could practice all you want. It doesn't mean that when someone throws a punch at you, it's going to happen. You're going to duck. You're going to do something stupid. You're going to go like this. You're going to do like that. So the more times you execute in a game or in business, the easier it is and more it flows. So I think with experience, if you're that kind of personality, you have confidence in yourself and you execute. But let me tell you, most people don't execute. That's why most people shouldn't even own a business. Because they hesitate. They hesitate without a plan. If you have a plan, you have confidence not to hesitate. But also, like I said with the boxing, the more experience you have with people throwing punches at you, the more you start to learn. The more experience you have in business with situations and problems, the more confidence you have, the more you can execute. But most of us live in fear. Listen, the key is having fear is normal. Okay? People have to realize it's okay to be scared. It's okay to have fear, but you can't let that own you. You have to fight through the fear. It's like I'm coaching a kid, and he said, well, I just didn't feel up to the sales call, so I canceled it. I said, you did what? Because, I didn't feel it. I said, let me tell you, you can't do that. He goes, but I didn't feel my A game. I go, what's going to happen is every time you don't feel it, you're going to cancel. And you're going to feel it more and more and more, and you're going to cancel more and more. You had the appointment, you go there, you put your head up, your shoulders back, and you act like you're not scared. You think the guy's standing there naked or something. You come up with an idea that gets the fear out of your head. But that's the problem. Oh, I'm going to fail. Well, if you have money in the bank, you can fail and still have money in the bank. You know? So preparation helps reduce the fear. Preparation helps in the way your game plan helps reduce the fear. But when they throw the punch at you, you're going to get hit sometimes. But you'll practice that. But I can't tell you, most of us live in fear. And here's a terrible story. And I might be talking way too long. I had 2 friends of mine kill themselves. Ba-boom. And these guys had not jet money, but helicopter money. What I mean by helicopter money means you have a jet, and then you get the helicopter. So they got a $7 million jet or whatever it cost, and they got $1 million helicopter. That's how much money they both had. They boom, blew their heads off. Because they both had fear of losing their businesses. Married. One guy married she was a debutante. I won't tell you what country it was, but she was a Latin American, like a Colombian debutante. I mean, this thing was like, oh my God. You know, I'd be afraid to just like open the door for her. She was so gorgeous, all right? Another one had another beautiful wife. Both had babies with them, sweet women, all kinds of money. But they both killed themselves for the fear of losing their fortune. And you know what's worse? They didn't lose it, but they both killed themselves on the fear of it. That's how much fear will drive you. Fear will drive a man to kill himself before it even happens.